The Indy 500 is, of course, the greatest spectacle in racing. We all know that.
We do, but Washington, D.C. sure hosted another spectacle on Sunday.
If you can't win at the 500, this is definitely the place to win.
It's Jamie Little there interviewing Cal Kirkwood, who took the first ever Freedom 250. Kirkwood dominated from the start, leading the most laps in any IndyCar street race in history.
He also cut Alex Palou's lead in the standings, but in the end, it was the Florida native who took home the checkered flag in dominant fashion there. Joining us now to reflect on the brand new race is IMS and IndyCar president Doug Boles. Doug, now that you have had a few days to take it all in, how would you describe your first Freedom 250 Grand Prix?
It's still hard to believe that it actually happened. I still just the feeling of standing on Pennsylvania Avenue, where which is a racetrack, and pit lane right there, and seeing the Capitol, it's still pretty hard to believe it happened. But I think for the most part, it was a huge success across the board, and just really excited to actually, in 7 months from the moment we announced it, to get through that and get through it without any major issues.
You mentioned it took about 7 months to get this all pulled together. What was the biggest challenge in literally turning the streets of D.C. into an IndyCar race course?
Well, I think that it's, normally we take a couple of years from announcement to the time that we actually get a street course put together. I think our biggest challenge was the over 1,000 permits that you needed in order to make that happen. And then just really working with all the different agencies, both federal and local, to make sure that we could make it work and make it work seamlessly. And I can't tell you more positively how that worked. I mean, the mayor of DC was so supportive with her team, the president so supportive with the federal team, and then to have them all work together was pretty amazing. And those were the challenges, and somehow we all came together as Americans to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our country with the Freedom 250. It turned out really well.
Yeah, and not just people who were there on the ground. I mean, this race, it drew a massive television audience of nearly 3.3 million viewers, making it the most watched non-Indy 500 race since before the 2008 merger. So given that kind of response, and I know, even though you said right here on Midday that this was a one-off, what are the odds we could see another DC race added to the series in the future?
Yeah, we actually had a conversation about it this morning and trying to figure out what is the right thing to do. Should we go back? Should we leave it alone and just look back on it and celebrate where we are? We haven't really made a decision yet exactly where we're gonna land on that. So several conversations need to be had. The mayor definitely wants us back. The president wants us back. Just a matter of figuring out if it makes sense for us to go back or not, and just going through the challenges. It really took a full-time staff that we relocated to Washington, D.C. really for the last 4 months to make it happen, and then sending in the IMS team and the Detroit team and the Arlington teams to make it work. So it's a pretty heavy lift if we're going to do that again. So we've got a little bit of work to do before we finally make that decision. But that TV number, thanks to our friends at Fox. It was amazing to see that many people tune in.
Fox did a great job with their coverage.
They did do a great job. Doug, I read an article where you mentioned it was a pretty penny to get this all done, about $32 million. But what do you hope someone who had never watched an IndyCar race before walk away thinking after seeing what you guys were able to put on there on the streets of D.C.?
Well, I hope, first of all, I reminded them of how lucky we are to live in this country and to be able to celebrate the 250th anniversary. I mean, that was really the purpose of it. And then what I hope they saw is some fun racing, some exciting personalities in racing. And I hope they thought, you know what, I might tune in again this weekend on Fox to see that doubleheader in Milwaukee, and certainly our season ender coming up in 2 weeks at Laguna. So hopefully we'll get some of those fans to continue to pay attention and become long-term IndyCar fans.
Well, being there, I can tell you I met with a lot of people who were excited about IndyCar. They're new fans who have now embraced the sport. But I also heard from fans, including some who traveled to DC specifically for the race, who never got to see the track because of limited grandstand seating, while others say they couldn't hear race audio. So what did you learn from some of these issues, and maybe what would you do differently if IndyCar were to travel to DC to race again?
Yeah, I think certainly the fan experience is one of the things that we need to continue to focus on. Limited grandstands was definitely a challenge. You think about all the trees there in the National Mall and trying to find grandstands that could fit in between all of those. There maybe is a couple more places where we could add some. We did have some audio issues early on, but I think we got that sorted out throughout as the race was going on. We got our Stars and Stripes sections where I think we could make some adjustments in terms of activities for customers. So definitely there's a fan experience element for those folks that were on the property that didn't get a chance to get in the grandstands to make it a little bit easier and better for them.
Doug Boles, always good to see you. Thank you. I wish we had more time because I wanted Didn't know your reaction from speaking there at the White House. Really quick, what was that moment like?
For a kid from Danville, Indiana, and an opportunity to speak in the Rose Garden was really, really powerful. It was one of the things I'll never forget the rest of my life, for sure.
And we won't either. You look great there, too.
You did. We can't wait to hear more about the experience. With the Freedom 250 now wrapped up, Doug, thanks again for being here. Up next is a double dip this weekend on the Milwaukee Mile. Doug talked a little bit about it there. You can catch that 2:30 Saturday, 1 o'clock on Sunday, both races right here on Fox 59.
All right.